Bro, it's for the culture.
Okay, favorite anime transformation on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Naruto.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Don't try to tell me Dragon Ball GT is better.
Who would try to tell you that? Yeah. No, and honestly, this is the kind of shit, right, you're going to get on the Culture Bros Anime
Tell me about
podcast. That's going to sound so funny. Hey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Kyle, welcome.
Welcome, Lucas.
Welcome. We are the anime podcast called Culture Brothers Incorporated. Just kidding, we're not incorporated.
Yeah.
We got a couple things on the agenda today, ladies and gentlemen. The first one being our top 5 anime we recommend, but specifically to new anime watchers.
Yep, that was a question that we got that we didn't really elaborate on, and then now we're elaborating on it with a little segment.
Yeah, in an actual segment. Yeah, full segment. That was a great question. I don't know who it was from, but someone asked a great question last week on our viewer questions. We do those once a month, by the way. And it was a great question regarding anime you'd recommend to someone that hasn't watched much anime or a new anime fan. So this video is dedicated to that. We're going to break down a couple shows that
dedicated
are good.
To y'all.
Yeah, exactly, to y'all. And a couple shows that would be good for a new anime head, someone that or wants to be an anime head.
Yeah, somebody who wants to get involved in anime, but wants to be a part of the discussion, but doesn't know where to start.
Exactly. They want to join the discussion, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get into it. But real quick before we do appreciate all the support we've gotten. We have 150 subscribers on YouTube now.
Yes.
We have over 20,000 views on YouTube now.
Yes.
We have over 1,200 connections on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's been fast.
That's
honestly.
been fat. Yeah, that's been.
We have a fat following.
That's been
now.
fat. So thank you so much, everyone who's been tuning in and following. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. That's where we post all of these, and follow us on Twitch because it helps us a lot, and we really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. Without further ado, shall we get into the top 5 anime that any new anime fans should check out?
Yes, and we didn't really organize them like 1 through 5. It's just a top 5.
Not really, but we can if you guys should we?
Okay, well I'll give my opinion on the what I think is the number 1 to like recommend for somebody who hasn't started watching anime.
Yeah.
Is of course it's My Hero.
My Hero, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think it's My Hero.
Yeah, My Hero is probably the most like universally. It's just like I don't want to say soft in a bad way, but it's not aggressive on someone that hasn't been, watching anime
not
before.
Really. And then the superhero culture and Western culture
it's not foreign,
so big. Yeah, that's not going to be something that's too off the beaten path.
100%. It feels really natural for people that that are into anything from Western culture. Like heroes are obviously a big thing here, so a superhero society is kind of nice, and it is kind of like a little. It's done uniquely in the sense of Western superhero stuff.
Definitely.
It's definitely different than that.
Yeah, a little bit different.
So if you guys are new to anime, check out My Hero Academia. Although we're pretty sure you probably have heard of that already.
Yeah,
but
pretty sure. If you haven't seen it, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what.
But if not, no, seriously, check it out though. If you haven't, you've heard about it and you know about it, but you haven't seen it, check out My Hero Academia. It's a good little show. It's on the 4th season right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on running.
Close to 90 episodes.
Yeah, it's on running for a while now. So check out My Hero Academia. What's our next one, Kyle?
What would you say out of our top 5?
Yeah.
What would you say is the number 1 you'd recommend?
Probably My Hero.
Okay.
Because it's so universally loved and like it's not necessarily my favorite show, but I think it's a good option for people
easy to like.
New. It's soft. It's soft on people that.
So what would the second one be?
The second one, it's probably, I would say One Punch Man. Probably. Yeah. What do you think?
One Punch Man is, especially the first season, it's so short. You could watch it in one day if you wanted to.
And this is a different opinion I have on One Punch Man than My Hero Academia. Is I actually really like One Punch Man season 1.
Yeah.
Like I was a big fan of it, and I feel like anime that's easy to watch for new anime lovers is not as commonly loved by anime heads, like people that have watched a lot of anime.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Because it's such a different style of show. If it's really soft and easy for someone to get into, usually people that have seen a lot of anime want something a little bit more, I don't know, anime, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I am, and I feel like that's how we are.
Yeah, and it's really easy to follow too, because literally every episode is just a new opponent.
Yeah.
And then
exactly. It's pretty linear. Yeah.
It's very linear.
Yeah, so it's not too complex as a show. Season 2, not as great, but still watch it. Just watch the whole show.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil
not
it.
Even not as great. It's like
it was just a little poo-poo.
Not great.
Yeah. It was not very good.
Okay. All right. The third spot I'd say would probably be.
I'm interested to hear what you're gonna say.
I think as far as like because of hype, I think it would be Death Note.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. But like we've said, they're not really in a particular order. But some people will want that. Like a lot of you guys have asked for like top 5, and when they say top 5, usually that's numbered.
Yeah.
I think in their head they want a list in which they should watch the shows. So that this is probably the most accurate. I think 3 being Death Note, behind My Hero, and One Punch Man is pretty accurate because Death Note is a great story. It's definitely a lot more centered around one person than the other two are. Well, not One Punch, but I guess My Hero.
Yeah.
My Hero is completely the opposite. It's like all spread out.
Oh, I love that about My Hero too.
Yeah. So they spend a lot more time on one person in Death Note, similar to One Punch Man. Even One Punch though, they do kind of expand on a couple other characters.
Yeah, like you get to see Genos and his background and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's episodic where like the villains of whatever episode have their own kind of story or whatever, their own little background in a way. Death Note's all about the main character, Light Yagami, and it's following his path on his killing spree or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Basically what it is, the Death Note, you guys might already know this. Kira. The Death Note, he gets Light Yagami as a kid, and he finds the Death Note where he can write names in it and kill whoever he writes.
Right.
Basically. And it gets crazier than that, but that's the general premise of it.
The writing, especially in like the first half of the anime, is so good. Yeah. It's so intense. I mean, like a lot of people make fun of this scene, like the chip eating scene.
Oh yeah,
but at the same time, it's great.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, but it is great.
It's great. And the whole episode is great, and that moment is hilarious. Yeah.
And I think Death Note as a show is actually phenomenal as well. But
we do have our issues with it.
It's actually,
we have our issues with every anime.
It has a great first half. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
The L arc is phenomenal. Actually.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Honestly, that anime would have been best anime of all time if they were able to continue to keep L in the story.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I really like Death Note as well for that. Number 4, I think I'm just gonna say Cowboy Bebop probably.
You think so?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. These are definitely not in order at this point.
Well, that one's a classic.
Yeah, but
and that one's another one that's episodic.
Yeah. I almost feel like I have to mention the last 2 that are remaining. One of them's Cowboy Bebop, and the other one's Mushishi, which is both shows we're really fond of, I think.
Yeah.
Mushishi
would be great. You made the point earlier where Mushishi would be a great anime to introduce to somebody who wants something slower pace.
Right.
And it's also episodic.
Yeah.
So you can just watch 1 episode, 2 episodes, you're satisfied with it.
It's completely like an episodic experience. Like every episode is its own little side plot line. There is an overlying plot, and really the only consistency is sometimes you see reoccurring characters, but really the main thing is the main character, obviously. So that's the main reoccurring character is the one guy, and he's traveling to different places, and you see all these different experiences from people he encounters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, that show's incredible. Mushishi. That show, Mushishi, we're putting at 4 or 5, whatever you want to say. If you like calm shows, if you want to bundle up at 2 a.m. one night on a Saturday night or something like that, and you can't fall asleep, watch Mushishi. It's even better at night. It's incredible at night.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really calm show, really great, beautiful, calm, sweet soundtrack. Really peaceful.
So much. The intro and the outro tracks are
They're so good.
So good. I'll listen to those on YouTube whenever I can, honestly.
Yeah, and exactly. And Mushishi's actually split into 2 separate little shows. So there's one I think one was from 2006 or something like that.
One of them has 24 episodes. Another one has 20 episodes.
Yeah, and another one was 5 to 7 years later, something like that. But there's one that's I think around 2006, and I think there's one from, I don't know. It's within the last 6 or 7 years though. I think.
Was it? I think it was maybe 2011.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, but one's a little newer, one's slightly older. They're both great though.
Yeah.
They do a great job at keeping consistent animation, which is really great. And it's a great show to check out. If you like something calm, check out Mushishi. It's even better in the dark. That's all I gotta say. if you're really calm at night, just chill and watch it. I promise you, it's so nice and peaceful.
Or close the blinds. Just close the blinds. If it's
daytime,
just close the blinds.
Lock yourself in like a jail cell.
Put a blanket over it.
Exactly.
And then the honorable mention was actually.
Oh no, we didn't talk about Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, we need to talk. You're right.
Well, yeah, before we honorably mention something, we should mention what's in the top 5. Yeah, okay. But also, our honorable mention's actually really good.
Yeah.
And it could easily be in this. Unfortunately, we're limited to 5 slots.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, though, is probably going to be at our 5 slot, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That's a classic. A lot of people, you might have already heard of that. But if you're new to anime, you might have not heard of it yet. Because it is a little older. I think a lot of anime heads look at it as one of the classics, but not everyone knows about it immediately, at least. It's pretty popular, though.
Yeah. Well, chances are you've watched at least one anime from the creator of that one.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yep, it's got a lot of great soundtrack. Got some Nujabes in there. Everyone says I say that name wrong. Nujabes or Nujabes. I don't know. I just say it 30 different styles and ways.
Let's just say that's right.
Okay, but yeah, so the soundtrack's great. It's kind of like a Western, similar to like an old style Western setup with how the characters are kind of laid out, but they're in space.
Cowboys.
But they're space cowboys, yeah. So they're cowboys in space instead. So they do all sorts of things like heists, robberies, all sorts of things. And then things I don't want to talk about because it ruins... It's a spoiler. They do all sorts of things that are not so much like them. They go on all these space adventures in their ship. A lot of really, really great, like, staple characters. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, the animal companion in the show is really, really...
The Corgi? That's what I was just about to say.
Really, really great. Classic.
Iconic.
Iconic, seriously.
Iconic Corgi, man.
Yeah, iconic Corgi. Exactly. When you see Corgi, you're not going to look at Corgis the same after the show.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're going to love them even more. So, Cowboy Bebop's a great show. It's about space. It's a classic. It is old though. It is old. It's I think
the older animation, but honestly, the story, the plot, everything is still kind of.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's phenomenal. It's one of my favorite of all time. It's in my top 5. So I think the show is incredible. So if anyone, it's kind of a staple. I think it's a great. Oh, but explaining, I guess, why it's good for someone new to anime.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I mean, it is really easy to watch.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch. It is slightly episodic as well. So the characters remain the same and all that stuff, but they are going on new adventures every episode. A lot of them, most episodes end on the episode. What they, their endeavor for that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you end up liking Cowboy Bebop, the same writer is for Samurai Champloo, creator, which is one of my favorite.
A lot of the same voice actors, almost the same cast.
Yeah, I actually liked it a little bit more than Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a lot shorter too.
I love Samurai Champloo, and then also Space Dandy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Space Dandy's like basically a new age version of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Really.
And then
it's a little different, but it's more, I think it's more humor too.
And then
but it's
is.
It's also good.
It's meant to be
Space Dandy is
more
great
humor based
as well.
And then Carol and Tuesday.
Damn, we got these are all honorable mentions.
Those are all seriously like incredible animes. Like
Space Dandy
if somebody
is great
ends up liking
for someone that hasn't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody ends up liking Cowboy Bebop, then they can find other animes that are gonna have the same feel from that creator.
Yeah.
And then enjoy it even more.
Oh my God, yeah.
Create their own
all
top
of those
5.
are great. Carol and Tuesday, also good.
Yeah.
Also good. I've only seen like half of the show with my girlfriend, but that's about it. Yeah, but it's been fun so far. That's a good show. And
then now time for our honorable mention.
Honorable mention is
the first anime that I ever watched.
Oh wow! Oh yeah,
Gurren Lagann.
yeah. Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Yep, that is a fucking good show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Pardon my French.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's awesome, dude. I think Gurren Lagann is a great option for anyone that hasn't seen a whole lot of anime, but mainly because of kind of the lessons it teaches. I know that's really easy to say. I think that you could say that for a lot of anime. You could probably even bring up Hunter for that. You could bring up FMA for that.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff you could do. But Gurren Lagann is a really cute anime with these really unique looking characters trying to achieve a really unique goal.
Yeah.
I almost didn't want to include this, but I actually agreed with Kyle at the end, is because I think that the morals that they have as characters is really endearing and touching, and I think that is actually resemblant of a lot of Western like live actions and stuff like that. That's for me what it feels like. Yeah. But Gurren Lagann is actually, I'll let you explain it too, because I've been explaining every single thing.
But you got most of it though.
No, but Gurren Lagann is like, it's a great story about how these characters start underground, and it's basically their journey to the surface in a way. Yeah. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I just found the entire thing that it's so easy to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, the characters are lovable.
Yeah.
And although their progression getting stronger, whatever it is, because it is a shonen.
Oh, totally.
It doesn't, make a whole lot of sense, but the cool thing is you just kind of go with it, and you don't really need the explanations for everything.
Yeah.
And because of the lovable characters, because of the lovable universe,
yeah.
All of that kind of stuff.
It is so lovable.
It
really is.
It is really easy to watch.
Yeah, and it escalates like a shonen. For anyone that doesn't know what a shonen is, it's just an anime where it's surrounded by the main characters being children and their journeys through growing in strength. Basically, the whole show is the most common theme. So they're basically their progression throughout the show. But it follows kids. This one definitely follows kids. A lot of kids. Yeah. So there's it's a great band of kind of individuals that kind of band together.
Yeah.
Really good friendship, morals, really good like teamwork kind of structure. It's really cool.
Yeah, it has one of my favorite quotes I've ever heard in an anime. It was "Believe in the me that believes in you."
Oh yeah. That's the classic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Great quote.
Gurren Lagann is a great honorable mention. We probably talked about it more than we did the actual top 5. So definitely check out Gurren Lagann if you're feeling a little bit like if you want to reach a little bit, because it's definitely one more step into the anime realm, but it's definitely worth checking out because it does have some qualities I think you might value if you like a lot of American film. So
yeah,
there's some similarities there in the character building.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty it. You got at number 1, you got My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
I think we agreed number 2, One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Death Note. Number 4, Cowboy. Oh no, Mushishi. Number 5, Cowboy Bebop. Honorable mention, Gurren Lagann. There's a couple other honorable mentions like Space Dandy's great.
Yeah.
Carol and Tuesday is actually. Carol and Tuesday is really interesting. If anyone likes like American Idol and stuff like that, like where shows where musicians really have like a hard journey for a musician, someone trying to strive and make it to the top as a musician. Yeah. I haven't even really watched anything like that, but I watched American Idol a long time ago, barely. But Carol and Tuesday, that's what it's about, man. It's about two musicians' journey.
Yeah.
So it's really unique, and if you're into that kind of stuff, great show as well.
And I know right now isekais are so big.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
You know, like if you end up watching an isekai that you like, I mean, you're just kind of going down a trail where you're just watching one after another.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to recommend for that too.
Yeah, isekai. That's a good point. Isekai is its own ballgame. Yeah, we won't bring up isekai. I don't think in this video. That's anime for people that are just past anime newbies. Yeah. That's step 2. That's a whole other segment. This is step 1, and then we'll give them their next instructions. Yeah. You know. When the time comes.
Yeah. What genres to?
Yeah, exactly. Isekai is definitely one you got to get into, though.
Yeah.
All right, that was our top 5 with a couple of honorable mentions. Is there anything else you wanted to mention? Good sir.
No, let's go on to the next topic.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.